Leo. Welcome to Social Dragonfly Tarot. My name is Eddie. If you don't know already, this is a timeless general reading for the sign of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever. Pick a planet, pick a node, pick a house. You're going to know if this reading resonates for you. It's not going to be for everyone. This is the Know Thyself reading, okay? This is intended to be a shadow work reading. I gotta go get my ring. I took my ring off earlier. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, Leo. I had to get my damn rings. I left them in the bathroom earlier. So this is a shadow work reading. This reading is intended to help you see your blind spots, help you see the areas in which you may be not able to see, where you might be holding yourself back, self-sabotaging yourself, that places or areas that of your life or of your energy that might need some healing. Okay, this reading is not intended to be for me to come off as disrespectful or, you know, harsh or blunt or anything like that, but I will be, it's not intended to be harsh, but I will come off as a little blunt. So here's your trigger warning now. If you have a sensitive, wounded ego and you get offended or triggered easily, you might want to click off and go find another reader. If you're expecting a reading where I'm going to tell you that your twin flame is coming and that your ex is coming back to you and that rainbows, butterflies, and, you know, all of that are going to come out your fucking butthole, then you might need to go find another reader also, because that's not me. I'm here to give you a reading that will actually help you grow, okay? So I'm going to start with the Shadow Work Oracle. Towards the end of the reading, I will be pulling from this deck, the Mood Crystals deck, to see what crystals Spirit would like to recommend that you can work with at this time to help you navigate this energy. Okay, Leo, let's go. I was just about to say dissociation. There's a sense of like giving up, okay? Like hopelessness or feeling totally helpless, okay? Helpless is the word that I'm getting. All right, Leo. Okay. Leo, what energies are my Leos dealing with right now? Okay. We have grief and loss. Leo. Grief and loss. So I was using the Crystal Spirit Oracle today to try to figure out what crystals I was going to work with personally for myself, and I actually saw Apache Tears. So that has to do with a lot of grief, and Apache Tears are really good for grief. So you might end up working with Apache Tears if you are struggling with grief or loss right now, okay? Life separates us sometimes from the ones we love. It may be due to death, divorce, broken promises, or difficult life circumstances. Our heart shatters into little pieces. We experience pain. We grieve. We mourn what we had, what could have been, what we were hoping for, and what we were looking forward to. We mourn promises made and all the love that we lost. A separation from loved ones makes us question our life and its purpose, our faith in the divine, and ourselves. Time gives grief a different face. The pain of loss changes forms, but often it is with us for a long time. Ask yourself, what or who do I grieve for? What parts of that relationship do I miss the most? What hopes did I see shattered? And how did the grief change me? So it says, what hopes did I see shattered? There's the hopelessness and the helplessness that I was picking up on. The affirmation for this energy is, I acknowledge the loss that I experienced. I honor my grieving and my pain. I comfort myself. I give myself time. I seek support and help when needed. Okay. So grief and loss can be a very difficult energy. That can be one of the hardest, I think, the hardest energies to navigate when you're doing shadow work, okay? It can be consuming. It can be overwhelming. And the sense of helplessness and hopelessness, it's because, you know, especially if you lose like a person or a pet, you can't, it seems like, you know, you have no control over that. So the sense of helplessness is like, there is no way out. I have no control. I have no way of getting out of this. Okay, so you guys might be feeling like you have no way of getting out of this energy. Okay, because it's like you can't bring the person back, so you see no way to get out of this, if that makes sense. And I know exactly, I can't say I know exactly how you feel, obviously, because I'm not you and I don't know your exact situation, okay? But when I lost someone I truly cared about, he was like a father to me, you know, I didn't ever see how the situation could ever be better, because it was like, it felt like a permanent, unwanted, unwelcome change, okay? So I understand the feeling of the helplessness or hopelessness. Okay. Okay. Tell me the general situation, please, Spirit, for the sign of Leo. Yeah, transition, 6 of Swords. That can definitely be an energy of when someone transitions from this earth, okay? And it's mercurial energy. It's Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is a communication energy. I just hate to be so cliche, but this is what they're telling me. It's like you're trying to move on, okay? The 6 of Swords is like moving on, moving forward, working on your healing, trying to make progress, or like a calm after the storm, or some sort of relief. However, with it being the heart chakra, being the corresponding energy center for this card, what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be like a progress in your healing that will be made here when you realize that they're never going to be, they might be gone where you can't touch them, hold them, feel them, hear them physically, right? What you lost. However, like I said, I hate to be so fucking cliche, but they're always in your heart, right? And that's literally the way that individual will always live on forever, aside from the fact that death is just a transformation and our consciousness can never truly die, but they live on through you in the memories that you have in your heart, the memories that you have of the times that you shared and what you gained from this person or having this relationship with this person, okay? Oh boy. So you're really trying to move on from this, and it's hard to do that. It's easier said than done. All right? And what is the challenge, please? Okay, so the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. I feel like there's an energy of feeling completely defeated and lacking the... There's like a sense of apathy here, or a sense of like you don't have the strength to move forward, okay? Feeling completely defeated, like your routine, or trying to be the same trustworthy, reliable individual that you were. Because I feel like that's who you are, that's who you were before this happened. I feel like this kind of shaped you or transformed you into someone else. There's some sort of transformation that took place within you because of the pain and the depth of how hard this affected you and how much this affected you. You know, and my right ear is ringing, so it's hard for you to have perseverance right now. It's hard for you to do the things that you used to do. There's like a sense of anger here, Like a why the fuck did this have to happen? Why did this person have to be taken away? Okay. Could involve a Capricorn or an Aquarius. We do have a lot of Aquarius energy here. This could definitely have affected some of your other relationships around you. I almost feel like you might, if someone tries to say, like, look, I just noticed this. I use these cards, but I don't necessarily agree with all of the meanings on these cards. But I did notice this. It says, time heals all wounds, is what it says on there. Time heals all wounds. And I did notice that it said that on this card too, where it says, a separation from our loved one makes us question our life and its purpose, our faith, and in the divine and in ourselves. Time gives grief a different face. The pain of loss changes forms, but often it is with us for a long time. So the Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest knight in the deck. So this is an energy of slowly trying to get out of this like deflated or defeated feeling. You know, feeling like there might almost be some sort of like, I'm just feeling like an anger. Like you feel angry. There's deep anger. I don't know if this is like, and you're not wanting to communicate with other people either, right? Throat chakra energy and the heart chakra energy. It's taken you a long time to even want to even talk about it. It's like I feel like you might be a person who doesn't show a lot of emotions. Someone might have said something to you about this, about how like time heals all wounds and it'll be better with time. And it's like you might have been offended by that. Like I know when I lost, you know, he's basically like my dad, you know, when I lost my dad, if somebody would have been like, you know, just give it time, you'll be okay, I would have been offended, because I would have been like, excuse me, like I would have been offended at the thought of me being able to feel better with time, like, because it almost made it feel like it undervalued, like they were making a comment to say that I didn't value him as much. It's like, if I don't hold on to this pain, then that means I didn't love him. Like, for some reason, the thought of releasing that pain, and I'm only speaking for myself, maybe this isn't how you feel, but it's like the thought of releasing that pain triggered me. And it's like I felt like I had to be obligated to hold on to that pain, if that makes sense. You know? And I think it's like somebody could be saying something to you along those lines, and, you know, you might just take it the wrong way. Okay. Okay. What is the energy that my Leos need to release? Three came up. The Hanged Man, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Some of you where this isn't, I mean, even if it still could be the physical death of someone, but there's a massive betrayal here that I'm noticing. An energy of just feeling defeated and betrayed. Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. You know, defeat and betrayal. Okay? Feeling as though it's like you just want to collapse and you're exhausted and you just don't have the ability to cope from this anymore. You might feel like you're cursed or you're at rock bottom. You've just hit a wall with this. And the energy that they want you to let go of is the energy of feeling like either you're being punished or that the world is against you, or feeling as though it's almost like you feel guilty. There's like some sort of guilt. Or feeling like you should have sacrificed yourself, or you would have. They want you to let go of the self-sacrificial, the self, like, I don't know if this is something happened where like either there's a grief where whatever this was, the person that you lost, the person that someone passed away or someone transitioned or you were forced to transition on and move on without this person. Whether they're living or they have passed. Okay, my condolences if they have passed. There's this energy of you beating yourself up. I definitely see that. There's also a dissociation that I was feeling. You feel stuck. It's like the hanged man, they want you, the hanged man can be stuck. Stuck energy. They want you to release the energy of feeling stuck, feeling like you're being punished, feeling guilty. Release the pain of this betrayal. But you can't do that until you feel it or speak about it. Okay? Because with this dissociation energy, you're not going to be able to do that until you are fully understanding how you truly feel. Because I feel like you're dissociating. I'm not sure if you're doing something to help yourself dissociate. Okay? Drinking, smoking, whatever the fuck you're doing. Busybody, whatever. What's the energy that Leo needs to embody at this time? Fell right over here on this Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you need to embody this change. You know, I never noticed this. It says here on the side, it says, I ride with the waves of life. It's like there's so much resistance to it, whatever this change was. It's like you feel like you have a lack of control and it's just a huge unwelcome change. You look at it like it's a huge setback. It could have been a delay or a setback, or you feel like you just got the shit into the stick, okay? Like you lost out. Some of you, if it's not a person, you lost out on something you invested. Okay, if it's like financial or something like that, you feel sabotaged, you feel betrayed. Like, if this is a loss of a person, this is the equivalent of like being mad at God. You know what I mean? Like being mad at God. Like, why the fuck did you have to? Yeah, as I say that, this flips out in the reverse, the justice in the reverse. And it's like you feel like it's unjust. Maybe you feel like you're being punished or something. It's unfair. Why did this person have to be taken away? Why? It's unfair. Why did I have to be treated this way? Yeah, some of y'all, it's definitely money troubles right now, okay? This is feeling like you're at the bottom of the wheel of fortune, right? This is bad luck. This is feeling like you got the shit into the stick. Like, okay. What is the guidance, please? The guidance is the Nine of Pentacles. This is an energy of like freedom and allowing your emotions to be free also, because we have this, this is Venus and Virgo, okay? Some of y'all need to embrace being single. All right, if this is about the loss of a relationship. Like, maybe you had to move away. And it's challenging getting the hang of things. So maybe you're feeling a little bit resentful. Or you had to, whatever it is that you feel that you lost, you feel like you have to do this alone. But instead of looking at it like you can handle this or tackle this from an independent, stable type of way, okay? It's like you feel weak, you feel weakened, and you feel like the sacrifices that you're having to make right now are unjust, unfair, and it's a product of betrayal. And some of you are doing a lot of self-sabotaging by means of dissociation. Definitely if this is a health issue, okay? I'm seeing drinking. I'm seeing food. I'm seeing all of that stuff, okay? And you're having a hard time sticking with routines and that are good for you, that will help this transition, okay? And some of you might be doing things that are like, this would be like taking some sort of authoritative order from like a doctor, just an example, right? Or trying to say, yeah, this is my routine that I'm doing, but you're sneaking and like drinking or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. To cope with whatever this loss is. Okay, there's coping mechanisms that are coming up here. Some sort of self-sabotaging behaviors. Yeah, burden. Major burden here. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and I feel like some of you guys are trying to keep it together too for other people that you have responsibilities for. But I feel like you're starting to resent, because it's just, you haven't given yourself the time to heal this and allow this energy to, you haven't been able to integrate the new changes that you had to make. And eventually you're gonna have to stop trying to push forward and forcing yourself to be okay. You're gonna have to allow yourself time to heal. The action that Leo needs to take, please. Like, sometimes, you know, when with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, with the energy that being that you need to embody, okay, that's gonna be talking about how you're, like, there needs to be an understanding of the cycles of life, okay? And that's not easy to fucking hear. Like, if somebody told me that when I lost my dad, I would have been like, fuck you. Like, seriously? It would have been, I would have gotten angry. I would have been triggered. It is what it is. I would have been like, listen here, you're a fucking asshole for saying that. But, you know, everyone has the opportunity to be at the top of the Wheel of Fortune, where they have positive things happening to them, major changes in life that are welcome, right? Good karma, good luck, destiny, right? Decisive moments of good fortune and fate, good luck and things like that, a good expansive energy. And then, just like a pendulum swing goes back and forth, just like the dichotomous nature of the rest of the universe, you know, everyone's going to have the times when they're at the bottom of the wheel also, okay? And that's the energy that they want you to embrace. They want you to embrace the waves of life, the ebb and flow of the energy, the natural seasons that come to pass in life, okay? Just like there's black, there's also white. Just like there's day, there's also night. Whenever you have things that are good that are happening to you, that's great, and you're at the top of the wheel. But right now, they want you to embrace being at the bottom of the wheel. And that's really fucking hard. That can be extremely hard. I mean, I don't say that to say, you know, that it's easy. I mean, God, no. Right? I mean, the action that you need to take is making the right decisions, using your discernment and making the right decisions, and trusting your intuition. Not allowing yourself to sabotage yourself at this time. If you feel like you're stuck, they want you to embrace the energy of being stuck. I mean, this is being stuck here. If you feel like you're stuck in this energy, you know, stuck energy wants to flow. Stuck energy wants to be released. It's just the nature of the universe, right? If you allow it to be released by observing it, then it will change. Once you observe something, it will change, and that's proven. The observer has the ability to change the energy just by observing it. So this is just saying to do your best to keep things going, keep things moving along. And you might need to start some sort of new cycle. There's something new. There's a newness that you need to embrace here. Some of y'all, it's about being single, embracing being single, embracing being abundant, or embracing being independent. Some of y'all, this is about cutting out certain things, and it really, in all honesty, could be for your health. Things that are causing you to be imbalanced. Or accepting the truth of the way that you feel. Because the Queen of Swords, man, she's somebody who she's taken a beating, you know, like emotionally before. She's been hurt. She's someone who has suffered losses. This is admitting the truth of how you really feel, because there's a lot of dissociation here. Like when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, that's a major arcana. Like the best thing to do is sit and embrace it. Okay. Okay. They want you to be really clear before you take action or do anything. They almost want you to just because that's the thing. Emotions are energy in motion, and I see that you're suppressing them here. God, everybody's been suppressing their emotions, I swear. If you have Gemini or Cancer in your chart, definitely check that out, because that was a lot too. There's a lot of suppression of emotions. So emotions are energy in motion. And if you are suppressing the emotions related to this grief or this loss, and you're not allowing yourself to feel them, and you're dissociating, okay? Or this betrayal that you feel and you're suppressing them, the loneliness that you might feel, okay? And you're suppressing those energies, they will not stay in motion. The energies will become stuck. The energies will become stagnant, okay? So you need to face the truth of whatever these emotions are, whatever these energies are that you've been avoiding, so that you can allow that energy to get in motion again, okay, and provide more balance and healing. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, decoding your fear. Let's look at that. Decoding your fear. Jack. You are only limited by your own beliefs, expectations, and self-imposed boundaries. Some of you guys have the ability. It's like you think you needed someone, something, a job, a person, or whatever to be able to take on this world, take on this reality. You needed someone to support you financially, whatever the case may be. It's like this thing that you lost, you're perceiving yourself as deficient, where you can't function without it, and that's not true. These are self-imposed beliefs and expectations and self-imposed boundaries. Okay, you have the ability to rebuild yourself stronger than you were before. That's what the Queen of Swords does, you know. She's typically like a divorcee, right? She's been divorced, she's been hurt. So she knows how to balance her emotions with her clear thoughts. She knows how to handle things fairly. And she's not afraid to be on her own, because after the Queen of Swords has also been abandoned. She's been, and as I say abandoned, here this card says, do not fear judgment, confrontation, or lack of acceptance. These interactions are designed to filter out those who do not deserve to be in your life. So this is more geared towards somebody who the betrayal is coming from you feeling like you were abandoned. Maybe someone left you high and dry. All right. Maybe someone left you high and dry. I'm going to write that down. And This has caused a lot of fear of judgment. This has caused a lot of, like, it's like you think that you're flawed. You might think that you're the reason why they did this, and it's, you know, but why they left you. They might have left you with a lot of financial burden here, okay? But the Queen of Swords, you know, she's been abandoned. She's been hurt, but she was able to pick herself up and make herself stronger. And she's gotten a lot of insight. She's able to see things from a different perspective and see things fairly and make really good decisions now and stand up for herself now. And she's clear. She has clarity. And she's able to do, she's a lot more independent. She's not afraid to be on her own anymore. She's able to transmute those energies of abandonment into looking at it like it's a gift. They want you to see differently. It says, learn to trust yourself. Carve your own path instead of following someone else's. Yeah, this is keen insight that comes from personal experiences. And you can't have trust for yourself and have that type of insight that comes from personal experiences without going through hardship, without going through those traumatic events and being able to navigate them by yourself, okay? Also, make sure you're not assuming that others know what you're thinking, okay? You need to be very clear about how you're communicating, and in that you are communicating. Because I feel like somebody's trying to come up, and the challenge here is like somebody's trying to show up for you. They have an open heart. They're showing up in some way that's loyal, you know, that's dependable, reliable. This is a trustworthy person that's trying to show up for you, and I feel like you might just write them off or assume that they're trying to do something underhanded or deceptive because of some sort of pain that you still have from the past, okay? You deserve the praise and compliments that come your way. Accept them gracefully. They come with sincerity. I feel like you're beating yourself up. You're not able to accept any positive energy that's coming your way, and you're blocking it because I feel like there's guilt here. Take accountability for your actions. Don't project the responsibility for your mistakes and failures onto others. I feel like you're overdoing that. Stop waiting for people to change. If you are continuously making sacrifices for the sake of a one-sided friendship, it's time to cut them loose. Yeah. So you might be grieving over the loss of a friendship or a person that you cut out. Maybe you got tired of having to make sacrifices. This is the energy they want you to release, making sacrifices. Self-sacrificial behavior, which is what I was saying earlier. And, you know, the Ten of Swords is like a straw that breaks the camel's back type of energy. Eventually, when you know that you're pouring into someone or making sacrifices for someone that's not returning the favor, I feel like they're leaving you high and dry. And I feel like this is like, the Queen of Swords has boundaries. She can stand up for herself, and this is the action that they want you to take. You're going to have to stand up for yourself, okay? Let go of the old version of you. So if you were the type of person who would always show up positive for someone else, loyal, reliable, and this person would take advantage of you, it might be time to do some shit on your own. Don't be afraid and think you can't handle things on your own, because I can see here that you can. Harmony will return once you accept that change is required. Yeah, you're going to have to let go of a person, place, thing, circumstance, situation that is draining you, right? That is taking advantage of you. Are you feeling a little unsettled? Your restlessness is encouraging you to explore compromises that you have made and what truly brings you joy. You're sacrificing yourself and compromising what's truly right for you. Someone else might view this as a betrayal. So here's the thing, if you don't make that change, I'm seeing, if you don't make the change that you know you're guided to make, if you don't embody this Queen of Swords energy, all right, and have fair judgment, stand up for yourself, be clear, communicate your wants, your needs, your feelings, that kind of thing. Okay? And get clear on that and make the changes that you need to make confidently. I feel like the universe is going to come in. This is a major arcana. The universe is going to come in and force that change. Okay? It says external forces and a lack of control. It's going to be a force outside of you, beyond your control, that will make this change, and it'll be an unwelcome change. So the change will be made for you. For some of you, this has to do with self-sabotaging behaviors like diet, other things like that, and coping mechanisms. Others of you, this has to do with someone else using you, okay? When change needs to happen, I begin to procrastinate. Yeah, and that is exactly what I was picking up on. We have these that came out also. When I'm not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate to others. Yeah. So you've got all of this storm and all of this going on within yourself. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. And I feel like that could just be someone, you know, the energy that I picked up on earlier, where someone was coming towards you when you're in the thick of the grief and the loss, and you're not happy. You're not happy with the situation. You're not happy with yourself. You're feeling guilty. You might be blaming yourself. Okay. You might be feeling, you know, just absolutely betrayed or abandoned here with this Five of Pentacles. And it's affecting your self-esteem because on some level you're blaming yourself, even though you know that this is betrayal. That's for somebody. And someone might be trying to show up for you, and it's like you're not even willing to hear it. So you might just tell them off, all right? Instead of telling them, okay, I'm with the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm struggling with this. I just need some time. Can you please just give me some distance? I'm not in the mood to talk right now, or whatever. You might end up saying something that you regret. I display codependent behaviors when I have feelings of low self-worth. Okay. Remember I said earlier that there is a way for you to get through this on your own. You might think that it's going to take a lot of hard work. Okay, but you might think that you can't do this on your own. The guidance here is the Nine of Pentacles. This is about having a good sense of self-esteem, a good sense of self-worth, being independent. You might be tempted to accept someone back in who's in this Five of Swords energy when they're bringing you something, you know, some little teeny tiny pentacle, because you think that you can't get it without them. You think you can't manage getting one little pinnacle without this person, and they have, like, they're in the Five of Swords energy. They're coming towards you, and they have ulterior motives, and you're not even seeing that. It's like you think you need them, and you really don't. Spirit is saying, no, you have the ability to have 9 pentacles all on your own. Obsessiveness. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. Negativity. Let go of the pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Think of something positive right now. Shift your thinking. That's that hopelessness energy that I was getting, okay? And prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? Okay, so the Five of Swords sometimes can be like the Five of Swords can be some sort of prejudice type of thing too. It can be like a racism or a prejudice type of card. So I don't know if this is an energy that you're judging. This Knight of Pentacles has a beautiful open heart, right? They're coming in to try and help you with this grief or this loss energy, and I feel like you're not seeing clearly. You're thinking that it's like your perspective is clouded because of this pain, of this betrayal, this grief, this loss. You're not seeing what they have to offer clearly. Okay, you got to take what energies resonate with you and what doesn't, okay? But Some of you are thinking that this person is coming in to take advantage of you, and they're not. You got to use your discernment here. Queen of Swords is discernment. I'm seeing someone here also where it's like, if you have a problem, oh, my candle went out. If you have a problem, I feel like somebody's going to try to come in with a solution, okay? And sometimes when we're in this energy of like grief or loss or pain or betrayal, and we've been in this energy for a long time, it's like somebody will come in and be like, well, why don't you try this? Like, if you have a health problem, you could try this, you could try that. And then you're like, no, fuck that. That's a stupid idea. Why would I do it? And it's like, is it really a stupid idea? Or are you just holding on to the negativity and you're having a pessimistic attitude? Because, you know what? I'm just going to say this. Sometimes we can get addicted to pessimism, negativity. We can get addicted to hopelessness and helplessness, feeling like there's no way out. Because every time you think a thought or you have an emotion, you release chemical peptides into your body, from your brain. Scientifically proven, emotions are chemical. Period, point blank. And whenever brain cells that fire together wire together. So whenever you have the same thoughts and the same emotions, your brain's going to fire the same neurological pathways, and it's going to create a path. And then if you do it a whole bunch, it's going to create like a beaten path. And whenever you fire and wire the same brain cells and neurological pathways over and over and over again, and you have the same fucking thoughts over and over and over again, and you release the same chemical peptides over and over and over again of negativity, of pessimism, of anxiety, of helplessness, of hopelessness, it becomes a program. And sometimes it becomes obsessive, you know? And basically, you don't even realize that you're doing it, but you have become addicted to negativity and addicted to negative thoughts. I actually knew a Leo like this. Bless her heart. She was, I couldn't be around her anymore, but she's very negative, you know, and just everything that she would say was always negative. Like, it didn't matter what it is. Like, it was really hard for her to see anything other than the worst that could fucking happen. And anytime I offered a solution, she's like, that's not going to work. And I'm just like, okay, well then I'm done. Like, maybe you're dealing with someone like this. I don't know. But it's funny that I say this because you have narrow-minded at the bottom of the deck. It says you have a limited outlook on perspective and thoughts. What makes you think your thoughts are solid gold? So, yeah. Have you become addicted to thinking those thoughts of helplessness, of hopelessness, of replaying the betrayal, right? Of feeling trapped, of feeling limited, feeling like you can't let go. Okay? Feeling like there's no way out, feeling like you can't do this on your own. Let's see what we got here, and then we'll go with the straight no chaser deck, and then we'll pull from the crystals. It can be hard to break those programs, especially if they are really ingrained in there. I had a program for anxiety, all right, that it was really bad. You know, I was broadcasting this manic anxiety energy, like, and I didn't fucking realize it. And it was a very strong broadcast. You know, I mean, it was like a fucking silent but deadly fart. What did I say? You're carrying guilty conscience. I felt guilt. I felt that. I felt that, y'all. You've got to let go. You've got to let go of that guilt. Jeez, man. And see, for whatever you lost, you have an opportunity to move on, but you have to ask yourself, can I carry this guilt with me moving forward? I felt the guilt. There was nothing in here about guilt in the cards. There was no cards other than that one that just came out. I felt that. You're blaming yourself. It's an energy of blame. timeline jump. Process and release. See, that's the thing, okay? You will get out of this energy. You have to embrace being at the bottom of the wheel right now. It is very intense. Being at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, and you have prayer at the bottom of the deck, okay? If you're a praying person, this is going to be important for you. But when you're at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, it is extremely difficult to deal with sometimes. You feel like the devil has won. You feel like the negativity has beat you, right? You feel like you have no power with this solar plexus chakra being in the reverse. That's your personal power center. But if you allow the emotions, which is the energy in motion, to flow in and you sit and observe, sit in it. Don't try to detach from it. Don't try to dissociate from it. Don't, and don't get addicted to it and let it, you don't want to unpack and live there and get addicted to the guilt that you feel or whatever. You don't want to become obsessed with it. You don't want to sit there and not let it come in and pass it all and flow through you. But you also don't want to sit there and hold on to it and become obsessed with it and make that part of your identity either. Emotions are energy in motion. You want to let that energy come in. All of this bullshit you feel from the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, sit and allow it. Just sit in it. Feel it. Let yourself feel like absolute fucking shit. Write it down. Obsessiveness. Write down what you're obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. Okay? Write it down. Allow yourself to fucking process that shit. Observe it. Don't absorb it into being part of your identity. You don't have to become it. And then let it flow on through. Because it will come. It's like a wave, man. Emotions are like water energy. It's like a wave. It will come and it will swell up and it'll be really fucking big and then it'll fucking crash. The waves will crash and it'll go back. It'll go away. It ebbs and it flows. The wheel of fortune will turn upright again. It will. It will. All right? Process it and release it. And once you do that, you are going to have a massive timeline jump. But you have to look at it. You have to see it. You have to process it. Then you have to release it. This is an energy of cutting off. Finding the clarity in it. Understanding it. Right? And then removing it. Cutting it off. Keeping the lesson from it. Okay? Keep the lesson from what happened. Keep the wisdom. And release the fucking rest. And prayer will help you guys from that. Prayer will help you. Prayer and journaling, I really feel. Because some of y'all just really need to look at it. Alright? And you'll be a brand new motherfucking person. Someone who's independent. Who has a high self-esteem. Okay? That's where your timeline jump is going to come in. You're going to fucking shift timelines into a completely different, abundant reality here with this 9 of emotionally stable and abundant reality here with this 9 of Pentacles. Okay? And whatever you're feeling guilty for, that needs to be addressed. Okay, this is the straight no chaser deck. Okay, so this is like a no bullshit type of deck. It'll probably hurt your feelings, okay, if you're not ready. So fair warning. It says the way you talk to people is so disrespectful. That's that 5 of Swords energy. Just be mindful that you're not shooting down or prejudging what someone is recommending before you try it. Before you, don't knock it before you try it. All right? Because this Knight of Pentacles coming in does want to help you, but you just want to watch out. You want to be mindful because you're going to know which storyline is for you. Some of you, there's someone that is coming in that makes you feel like that tries to convince you that you need to be codependent on them. So, the point is, you can be abundant. You can be, emotionally stable and secure. Whether this is your energy or there's stability is being offered to you right now. An opportunity for stability. It is attainable, not just obtainable. You can keep that shit and maintain it. It is attainable, but it's up to you. Don't judge it before you turn it away, because you might miss the opportunity. No one else is to blame. It's you. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, that's not for every one of you. All right. Some of y'all have this guilty conscience. Okay. Some of y'all have this guilty conscience, and it's like, if you were in this Five of Swords energy and you did something to sabotage yourself, the self-sabotage energy where you know you shouldn't have done it, all right, and you legitimately know that you shouldn't have done it, and you sabotaged something, then you need to just take accountability for that and move on. Learn the lesson from it and move on. Others of you, this is about someone's passing where you feel guilty because of something that happened. You've got to relate. I can promise you that this person, if they've listen, I don't always do it all the time, but I talk to dead people, okay? And there is a very common theme of the individuals, the spirits of the souls of the dead who have passed on. They do not want their loved ones in this energy. They don't want their loved ones in this energy, even if you did make a mistake. They don't blame you. They don't blame you. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like an energy of you giving your grandmother hard candies and then she ends up choking on the candy and that's why she died. Like, it's not your fault. Even though you might feel like, yeah, Eddie, it is my fault. Yeah, but that's not your fault. The no one else is to blame. It's you. That is going to be if you said something and pushed someone away. Okay? If you had issues just, with your relationships or something like that, or somebody lost their children. And I'm saying, I'm talking about like the government took them away or something because they were doing drugs. That's what I'm picking up on, all right? And that might just be for one person. Now, if that's the type of situation you're in, yeah, that's on you, man. I mean, but that doesn't mean you're a shitty person overall. It just means that you've been through a lot of shit and now you have the wisdom and you know better. And as long as you're getting help for that and you're trying to get off the drugs and you're trying to change your life, maybe that's the unwelcome change that happened. But you're not a victim to that. It's just, you need to take responsibility. So that's just an example. But you got to understand, if this has to do with someone passing away, you cannot carry that guilty conscience. Because you're letting that affect your self-esteem because you're blaming yourself. Okay, I don't normally do this, and I haven't been doing this for the other readings, but I'm going to get another one of these. Okay, and we're going to read this, and then we're going to go to the crystals. Now, the guilt needs to be released. Just take the wisdom from it. Take the wisdom from it. Negativity. Negativity. That's the second negativity card we have here. Bitterness and resentment. I'm going to read this negativity card, okay? Negativity. Negativity and pessimism. Our brain is naturally wired for negativity in order to keep us safe and avoid danger. It is a normal reaction. Positivity is learned. Okay, I disagree with this. Your brain is hardwired for joy. Period, point blank. No. Your ego, your brain is fresh, but your brain is naturally hardwired for joy. Okay? It is not naturally hardwired for fucking what your ego wants you to think. The ego, that's developed as you get older and it's learned. Okay? It says, however, when pessimism becomes our prevalent response, when we see nothing but negative outcomes, and when we subconsciously await what's unpleasant to happen in our life, we must refocus our thoughts and expectations. Life is a balance of dark and light. That's what I was talking about with the cycles. What we focus on expands. We must make a conscious effort to acknowledge and open up to both elements in our life. Ask yourself, do I focus too much on the negative aspects of life? Why? What can I do to see and experience more positive elements? How could a more positive attitude change my life? The affirmation for this energy is, I am balanced and I see life as such. I live through negativity with grace and faith. That's the opposite of hopelessness and helplessness. I believe life has great things in store for me. So because of what has happened to you, because of some sort of resentment, bitterness, anger, grief, pain, loss, betrayal, okay, that you never processed and released, it's got you on this timeline of literally thinking the worst about everything. And I feel like because of that, you're beating yourself up. There's an energy here of you beating yourself up and punishing yourself. You don't need to be punished. It does not matter what kind of mistake that you have made, okay? This energy that you're in, the pain that you're experiencing, no matter what, even if it's what I just explained to you, right? With the children and the government taking them away or whatever the fuck, which is really sad. And I'm hoping that none of y'all experience that. But you still don't need to be punished because the pain that you're experiencing from the separation of all that, that's enough. You don't need to punish yourself. You're already dealing with the consequences of your actions. Justice in reverse came out earlier before I put it back in the deck. That could easily be some sort of legal thing that we're dealing with. Stop punishing yourself, Leo. Stop punishing yourself. You don't need to. This is just about learning the karmic lesson. Find the treasure in the trial. Find the message in your mess. Look at the positive. Look at what you could learn from it. Take the wisdom and keep it pushing. Okay? That is alchemy. That is transmutation. You take all of that pain and all that negativity, all that pessimism, all of that hurt. You process it. You extract the beautiful silver lining from it. You refine it like silver. You put it through the fucking fire. You put silver through the fire to refine it. To get out all the impurities, all the negativity, the pessimism, the nastiness, and all of the betrayal, and all the bitterness, and all the resentment. You let all that go. And you do that by forgiving others and by forgiving yourself. Not making excuses for what anyone did. Not making excuses for what you did because you're taking responsibility. Okay? But you release that shit, you let that shit go, and then you take the emotional charge of the negativity, the pessimism, the grief, the loss, the bitterness, the resentment. You take the emotional charge off of what happened, the memory. That way, every time you think of it, you don't fire and wire those same brain cells again. Okay? You refine it. You transmute that energy by extracting the silver lining from it, extracting the message from the mess, finding the treasure in the trial, and then you fucking move forward. All right? Shit. You need to stop blaming yourself. I might make that the title of this fucking reading. Optimistic. Right. So, the opposite of negativity and pessimism is optimism. Right? Optimism. Who else got this? Another sign I did today got this. I don't know if it's Cancer or Gemini. Okay? Optimistic. Optimism is the parent of playfulness. Its power is infectious as a sprinkles joy on circumstances or situations. That looks like a typo. Its power is infectious as it sprinkles joy on circumstances or situations. It increases the probability of experiencing success and moving through life's obstacles, and is the seed to manifestation which helps co-create and shape reality. Pictured here is sunstone. These are the crystals that can help you work through these energies, okay? Fluorite. Fluorite informs and guides through clarity and insight. Clarity and insight. It ignites your imagination to reveal what is needed for something to flourish. Kyanite. Kyanite connects you to abundance, new ideas, and life purpose. It is a meeting place for your dreams, illuminating paths forward. Kyanite's going to help you be able to see the path of positivity and optimism instead of the pessimism. Okay? Sunstone. Sunstone helps to connect you to personal power, inner strength, and radiance, igniting new opportunities. Call your fucking power back. Use Sunstone to call your fucking power back from that pessimistic program that you have, okay? Amazonite. Amazonite clears out toxic energy, letting renewed life in. In loss, it gives you a place to celebrate letting go. Wow, that is a heart chakra energy. That's beautiful, guys. I'm going to read that again. Amazonite. Amazonite clears out toxic energy, letting renewed life in. In loss, it gives you a place to celebrate letting go. In a place of allowing, it will keep you feeling empowered. So that Amazonite will be really good if you are, I got a piece of that here. Got a little piece of Amazonite here. It'll be good for like if you have changes that are beyond your control, okay? You're not going to lose power. You're not going to feel powerless or helpless or hopeless. It keeps your heart open, and it keeps you in a place of allowing the changes to take place, okay? Because this is major arcana. Like, you have no control over this. Okay? More crystals to try are golden apatite, agate, and stionite. Powerful stone combinations are kyanite and fluorite, kyanite and stibnite, and sunstone and golden apatite. Okay? So, Leo, that is what I have for you. All right? Many blessings to you guys. Until next time. Hit the like button if this resonated with you. Share this reading with someone else if you think that they could benefit from it. Leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated with you and how you feel, okay? Also, definitely hit subscribe if you want to know whenever I go live to do my free reading lives. I do offer free readings, tarot readings and stuff on YouTube, okay? Where you can go and ask your questions in the live chat for absolutely 100% free. Check out my other playlists for your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, okay? And like I said, I hope this helped you guys. All right, happy healing. Many blessings until next time. Bye.